Hello, welcome back to the program. We are continuing our playthrough finally of the Dark Rites of Arkham. I'm actually really enjoying this game. In the last episode, our detective kind of got his memories of the cosmic horrors that he had witnessed awakened, and along with him, his partner also was able to see those memories somehow, and the psychologist that was helping those memories come to the surface. So we're going to find out what happens next. Let's go. Do you need to see Dr. Strainer again? Or Striner? No, and I hope I never set foot in her office again. It's been a long time since I played, so I wonder if I can remember the voices I was doing for the characters. All right, so what do we do? What do we do now? The stamp that certifies me as mentally fit for duty is dripping with ink. It'll take a while to dry. What? Request to examine the figure. Maybe. Oh, I know. I can transfer. The ink on the stamp hasn't dried yet. If I line up the two documents carefully, maybe. Yes, it worked. All right, so let's go back to the police station. Back to the evidence floor. And now we're going to give Foster Whitman. Oh, it got rid of my mental health thing. I guess we don't care about that. Jack. God, he's such a goody two-shoes. I can't stand him. What? Get over here. What's going on? I saw what you did with the ink from the stamp on your report and the application. Clever, huh? That's illegal. You cannot do such things. Look, Harvey, more than half the cops in this precinct are crooked. Hell, I'd bet my badge that the captain's dirty too. What I did was a little trick. And I wouldn't have done it if you'd kept your mouth shut while I was trying to convince Wilbur. So stay off my back, got it? Jesus. Yeah, shut the hell up. Here you go. An application stamped by the captain. Can I see that damn figure now? Everything seems to be in order. Wait a minute. Why is the seal reversed? Fuck. Don't look at me. Take it up with the captain. Give it to me. Wait here, I'll go get it. You shut your fucking mouth. What? I cannot condone your method, but I concede it was effective. Get used to it. Get used to it, buddy. All right. God, this thing weighs a ton. What's this made of? I haven't the faintest idea. Something mighty strange. Like the figure itself. Gives you the creeps, huh? I feel like getting rid of it for Malone's sake. He's been acting weird since this thing's been here. What's wrong? He's grown obsessed with this aberration, to the point of having dreams that are eating away at his sanity. He dreams of vast cyclopean cities of massive stone blocks and kilometer-long monoliths covered in hieroglyphics. Every morning he wakes up shaken when he hears a voice from the depths of these cities. What does that voice say? Nonsensical gibberish, something like Cthulhu Fatagan. Anyway, take your time with it. But remember, you can't take it out of this room. Understood? I understand nothing of what you're saying right now. So, let's see. A figure of an anthropoid creature with a cephalopod face, enormous claws, and a pair of long, narrow wings on its back. So what do I do with it? Go away, Wilbur. All right, bye. We're going to leave now. You can't leave with the figure, Foster. Why? You're only authorized to examine it here. The application makes that very clear. Foster. Dang it. What an asshole. Do we have any evidence to log? I've got the crime scene photos and the sketch I made of the symbol. But any evidence we find should be thoroughly examined before we put it in storage. Got it. Psst, Harvey. You take the figure and sneak out while I distract Wilbur. What? No. This guy sucks. You want them to find out and suspend me without pay? Don't overreact. I'm not going to lose my badge over this, Jack. Harvey. I said no. What are you guys up to? Oh, nothing. You done examining it? Yes. Hey, Worm. It's Morley, if you don't mind. You don't seem to be having much success. At this hour, no one's left except a couple of cops making the rounds and that crazy guy with the sign who says I work for the devil. I'm waiting for the campaign team to come and take over the stand. My shift is over, but I don't want to leave it alone at the mercy of the mayor's rivals. Give me one reason why I should vote for Bradley. Our beloved candidate has promised to implement employment policies through the construction of public infrastructure. With this measure, the vast majority of Arkham's unemployed will be able to have a decent job. That measure has just been approved by President Roosevelt and is nationwide. To that end, the Public Works Administration is being created. I think Mayor Bradley is passing off that measure as a future accomplishment of his. Where did you get this wise owl? Nice hire, huh? Swear this isn't a con. Why do you say that? The Frank the Worm I knew was a foul-mouthed guy who spit more than he spoke. Now, I don't know, you talk as if you've read at least one book. Prison refit my compass. I was throwing life away. Look at that, a case of successful reintegration. So it appears. Got paperwork that says this stands legit? Yeah, I got a license signed by the mayor's campaign team. My name's on it. Want to see it? Sounds tidy. I'll take you at your word. You trust him? He projects confidence. I do. You heard him. We won't bother you. Should I thank you? Don't you have any more cinnamon rolls? Those giant ants ate them. What giant ants? And not content with that, they tried to do the same to me. They bite, you know. So no more cinnamon rolls at my stand. Behave yourself, Worm. It's Frank Morley. Sure, whatever helps you sleep. Hey, you can't take it. Why? I already told you. Voters would get a bad impression if they thought the mayor was giving away defective umbrellas. Oh, here come the ants. What, again? Where did that sandwich come from? Stay away from me. I'm leaving until these things from hell disappear. I'd do the same if I were you. They get into your pants and... bah, you probably deserve it, especially you, Foster. I'm out of here. All right, now we can take this. Now maybe we can give that to the old lady so she can use it as a cane. One of Mayor Bradley's campaign swag items, an umbrella with the American flag on it. Front. Several of the ribs are rusty and I can't get it closed. Can I use the thing on it? I won't be able to close the umbrella with that. Well then, what? Oh, we can go in Bob's Diner? Oh. Something smells good. You up for a bite? We're in the middle of an investigation and we're running late. How about we leave it for later? Your call, partner. Welcome to Rob's. Today's special is the American cheese sandwich. We're cops. We're on duty. Some other time, sweetheart. Can you read? Yes. What's the name on the tag? Betty. That's right, Betty, not sweetheart. Clear? Feisty dames these days, huh? Don't call them that. Like what? You talk too much, Jack. I suggest that for every 2 words you say, save one. This guy's gonna catch hands. Free? Yeah, Rob wants to do something for folks who lost everything and can't afford a plate. But they don't look too healthy. I mean, the cans are rusted to hell. Doubt the insides look any prettier. Look, this is all Rob's thing. Complaints to him. What the hell? They're free. I'll grab one. So logically, we'll probably give these to the bums. Come on. Come on, let me walk. I can't open it with my bare hands. Good night, gentlemen. I hope you'll excuse my partner. It's his first day. It's nothing. You ought to apologize. Will you shut up, Willie? Don't make things any worse, okay? All right, carry on. Okay, am I supposed to open it? Did that work? Oh, open. Good Lord, what a stench. What's in it? The label says it's sardines. Looks like crude oil to me. Contents of the can are so greasy that I've come up with an idea. I'll smear this oily substance on the umbrella ribs. Okay, now it's closed. Ah, I've managed to close it. Now maybe I can give the umbrella to the lady. Here, take this. It's not a real cane, but close enough. Courtesy of Mayor Bradley. Oh, I can really go home with this. How can I ever thank you? Just get the hell out. So we can get the bus moving again. Don't worry about it. You didn't do anything. We're here to help. You're angels, the both of you. And you're a devil. Good night, gentlemen. And rest assured, I will be voting for Mayor Bradley. Take your sweet time. Thank goodness you ended this nightmare. Now I can get back to work. Not so fast. Hand over the weapon. Weapon? What weapon? The crank. What was the plan? Use it on the poor old lady if you couldn't get her off the bus? I only meant to scare her. Spare me, I'm confiscating it. What if I get a flat? I don't have another one. Well, I don't know. Screw you. The crank, please. Okay, so now we got a crank. Have some empathy next time, will you? And watch that temper. It'll get you in trouble. Let's get out of here, Harvey. Assholes. All right, so that guy's gone now. The latest issues of Stranger Eons magazine is on top of the stack of magazines. I'll take it with me. Oh, maybe I can use it with this. I don't want to damage that. Are you sure? I thought we wanted to cut the thing out. Maybe we just give the magazine right directly to the guy. So the pyramids were built by the Egyptians with the help of beings from outer space. Of course, now it all makes sense. Atlanta is built on the ruins of Atlantis. Well, that's just stupid. Of course. How did I not realize that? That's why it's called Atlanta. No. Wow, so the government rejected the alchemist's help in turning seawater into gold. They want to drag out this crisis to establish a new totalitarian order in the United States. God will punish those bureaucrats on Capitol Hill. So Jesus Christ was actually a woman, and at the Council of Nicaea he was not only given divinity, but his sex was changed. Interesting. Strange days. Listen to conspiracy theories. That's the achievement. So, here you go. This month's Strange Eons magazine, with the corresponding invitation. Perfect. I suppose you're aware that the invitation that comes with the magazine is for one person only. Oh, wow. But you are readers of the magazine, right? Of course we are. We buy it every month. 50-50. You know, these are tough times. Absolutely. You can come in. Enjoy the evening. Reports on victims of spontaneous human combustion indicate that most were chronic alcoholics. Such figures have led some to suppose that residual alcohol in the body acts as an igniting agent. However, as in many documented instances, Mrs. Violet Ashford was a teetotaler. Therefore, we can rule out this theory and treat those data points as mere coincidence. Is that a foot? The condition of that leg is very similar to the condition of our victim's hand, isn't it? It certainly is. I must caution you, the final slide is decidedly distressing. If anyone feels it might offend their sensibilities, do step downstairs. My colleague Professor Taylor will summon you once it is passed. No one? Good. Kurt? Ah, damn. Mr. Reginald Grayson. The fire affected only his head. The rest of the body remained intact. I have styled this uncommon manifestation localized spontaneous human combustion. Why should the conflagration confine itself to a single part and not progress beyond it? Might the phenomenon possess some sort of consciousness? You will find the answers to these questions in Chapter 8 of my book, providing, of course, data with the utmost scientific rigor. Lights, if you please. Shall we take 5 minutes and then proceed to the signing? A pity you arrived at the end. You have missed the substance of it. It's a shame, yes. Arkham PD. Have I landed myself in some trouble, detectives? I don't know. Do you pay your taxes? Yes, of course. Have you killed anyone lately? Good heavens, no. Then you have nothing to worry about. We need your advice on a case. What we are going to show you is strictly confidential. If you disclose this information, you'll be committing a crime. Do not worry, I'm quite familiar with the protocol. It is by no means my first collaboration with the police. What do you need? Take a look at this. Pray let me see. This hand was found at a crime scene. There was no trace of any fuel that could have started the fire, which leads us to believe it was spontaneous human combustion. It could very well be such a case beyond doubt. Yet one detail gives me pause. Observe the wrist. Ordinarily, remains do not present in this fashion. Here the cut is unnaturally clean, as if severed with a hot blade. Do you have a photograph of the charred remains? Yes. I admit this photograph is a bit disconcerting. There was barely enough ash on the floor to show that an entire body had been burned. This burnt area on the wall is the only thing that... Good Lord! What's going on? These are not the residues of a fire. They are the signature of a portal. I beg your pardon? A gateway through space and time. Witches commonly employ it to traverse between 2 points in an instant. Upon closure, it leaves a scorched silhouette of its shape. That is what we are seeing in this photograph. Wait a minute, witches? The sort with the pointy hats and flying brooms? They are highly educated and intelligent women, well versed in the darkest arts, and far more dangerous than any fairy tale stereotype. Do you know why? Because they are real. Witches. I reckon we're in over our heads on this one, Harvey. Everything rather falls into place. If only a hand was found at the crime scene, the subject must have crossed as the portal collapsed. He didn't have time for his entire body to follow through. These portals can only be generated by witches? That is the prevailing view. There is no reliable record of a warlock raising one. The hand I found belongs to a man. That means that a witch opened that portal, and the one we thought was the second victim is actually the murderer of the first one. It was impossible to determine his identity from his fingerprints. There is no record of him. We don't have him in our files. Now we have two killers, a one-handed man and a witch. Portals are unconstrained by time, but limited in space. According to Joseph Curwen's manuscripts, the portals have a range of 25 miles. Thus, the origin point lies somewhere between Arkham, Salem, and Kingsport. All indications to the presence of witches in Arkham. So your radius of investigation should be confined to this city. Find her and you may yet apprehend them both. Where can we find not just a witch, but that witch? My own knowledge here is, alas, limited. However, there is someone in this very room who can tell you more. With your permission, I'll be right back. Let's go into this guy that's over here getting drunk in the corner. Kurt. Yes. You won't believe this. Witches. What are we getting into, Harvey? Detectives. May I present my colleague, Kurt Taylor. He has been assisting with this evening's presentation. Pleasure. He's a history professor at Amherst and a specialist in the colonial era. He has written several volumes on the witch hunts in colonial Massachusetts. I dare say his expertise will be of considerable use. I shall leave you in his capable hands. I must attend to my guests. So you've stumbled upon a portal, right? And you're on the trail of a witch. That's right. Well, I have good news and bad news. The good news is the suspect pool is down to 3. And they're here in Arkham. There's no record of any other witches in existence today. And the bad news? You'll have to be extremely careful if you encounter them. Don't underestimate them. They're very dangerous. They're masters of the dark arts. They can twist reality, deceive your senses, and in the worst cases, cast deadly spells. These witches, Tell us about them. Have you ever heard of the Salem witch trials? It was a Puritan frenzy that happened 3 centuries ago. Between 1692 and 1693, to be precise. More than 100 women were accused of practicing black magic. About 20 were executed and several died under torture during the trials. All of them falsely accused. They were just women who lived on the margins of the community's strict religious conduct. All of them were accused simply for being victims of personal conflicts or collective hysteria, with 3 exceptions. Keziah Mason, Mary Warren, and Abigail Revell, all of Arkham. They were accused of kidnapping children, witchcraft, the death of several villagers, and signing the Book of Azathoth with blood. In their confessions under torture, all 3 testified before Judge Hawthorne to a strange story involving complex lines and curves. These geometric shapes, properly traced, created a portal that could take them through space and time. The 3 women were confined in individual cells awaiting burning at the stake. On the day of the execution, the authorities were astonished to find that the 3 cells were empty. In their place was only an elongated burn mark on the wall, exactly like the one you discovered, Jack. They were never found. They disappeared from the face of the earth. However, there are indications that the witches traveled through time to our era. I've had other things to do in this past year that have kept me from looking into this thoroughly. But I can assure you that all 3 are in this city. Wait a minute, buddy. Are you saying our suspects are 3 witches who time traveled more than 200 years to get here? I know it's hard to take in, but I buy it. How about you, Harvey? I'm open-minded. Tell us about Keziah Mason. A student named Walter Gilman disappeared without a trace a couple of months ago. He told anyone who would listen that Keziah Mason appeared every night at the foot of his bed. These statements could be taken as a simple delusion, but the fact is that Gilman lived in the same room where Keziah Mason had lived hundreds of years before, and his account of the witch entering and leaving that room matches a portal. Where can we find this place? At 100 High Street. It's a boarding house. Tell us about Mary Warren. Some information has come to my attention that she's part of a cult, the New Kingdom Walkers. Unfortunately, I don't know their location. The New Kingdom Walkers. A couple of years ago, when they were operating in Kingsport, I was undercover in that cult. Oh, how convenient! I often see one of their members hanging around Hoffman Street. That's why I assumed they'd moved there. Moved here. Hoffman Street, huh? Let's start looking for Mary Warren over there. Tell us about Abigail Revell. I assume you're aware of the Arkham Central bank robbery that occurred a few months ago. Yes, some of us didn't get paid that month. They claimed that part of the payroll money was stolen. They still owe us for that month. Consider it lost, buddy. The money was deposited in one of the vaults. It wasn't forced. They didn't even find a hole dug from the outside into it. What they did find were the remains of a fire in one of the walls. But they didn't think much of it. I guess you know what we're talking about. They arrested a grave robber named St. John, who used to brag that he'd found a way to rob a bank without any problems. He was released due to lack of evidence. I investigated this character and found out he had an accomplice, a small-time psychic who calls herself Madame Lavinia. That's another Lovecraft character. Some resources assured me her real name is Abigail. Abigail Revell. Where can we find her? She has an office in an alley between Wayland and Olmsted. I've written down the places where we can find our suspects, Jack. We can check my notes whenever you want. Excellent, Harvey. We greatly appreciate your help, Mr. Taylor. And you too, Mr. Moore. I think it's time to go hunt some witches. Which of the 3 witches should we investigate first, Jack? I guess we'll go Keziah Mason first. Ooh, look at this place. Very spooky. Guess we'll knock. Or ring the doorbell. This lady's creepy. Yes? Evening, ma'am. Detectives Foster and Whitman. I'm Foster. You must be Whitman. Are you here about the babies? Babies? We've got a few questions. This is the house Keziah Mason lived in, right? Yes, but that was a long time ago. We need to ask about Walter Gilman. Yes, the student. I already told his classmates everything I knew. We understand he was in Keziah Mason's old room when he vanished. Yes, the attic. I don't rent it out much. Too many rats. I can't afford an exterminator. That's why it's so cheap and only students or underpaid stiffs bite. What do you mean, babies? Newborns have been disappearing in this area for months. They are being snatched from their cribs. There are a lot of undesirables in this neighborhood. It must be the Poles, Italians, or Spaniards. Jeez, she's a racist. Americans don't usually do those things. Those people are Americans, lady. Have you seen her? Huh? The witch, Keziah Mason. Are you kidding? There's no such thing as witches. Mind if we see the attic? I don't have the key. The current tenant's got it, but he's not here right now. You're the landlady. Don't you keep a spare for emergencies? I had one, but one of the 2 keys disappeared with the student. I could make a copy, but that Pollock is asking a lot of money for it. Dang, she sucks. There are people like him taking advantage of others in this damn crisis. And do you know whose fault the crisis is? Oh, God. Don't say it, lady. Please don't say it. All of them. If they hadn't let everyone into this country, we'd be swimming in abundance. We need to inspect that attic, ma'am. And what do you want me to do? I told you that the current tenant has the key. What now? Kick the door in? Well... And who's going to pay for the door? The police? I hear the Arkham PD owes its officers several paychecks. They can't pay you, but they're going to pay for my door? Forget it. Where can we find the tenant of the attic? He works at a gas station by the cemetery. I think it's a Silver Star station. A couple of weeks ago, he asked for the night shift. Seems the rats keep him up. The rats in the walls? It's not my fault. I warned him about it. It is your fault, lady. You suck. You're a terrible landlord. What's his name? Stuart Davis. Good evening. We may have more questions later. I'm not going anywhere. For a moment, I thought Keziah Mason herself had opened the door for us. You shouldn't make fun of people's physical appearance. I'll bet that is her. She looks like a witch, for sure. 100%. All right, there's something with the gutter, so it seems like we could probably shimmy up that, but let's go try the gas station. Where is it? Here? Silver Star gas station. ON 24 hours. Gas pump. Gasoline keeps going up. Yep. What isn't? Bucket. It's overflowing with motor oil and water. Gross. Gas can. Oh, we got the gas can now. What do we need an old gas can for? Same reason we wanted that campaign umbrella or that stinking tin can. Touché. Roadmaster tires. The tires our competition dreams of. Let me look at that gas can. The can contains a remnant of gasoline, not enough to start a car engine. Shall we enter? Let's check it out. Detectives Foster and Whitman, Arkham PD. We're just going to be seen through the window. Are you Stuart Davis? Yes. And you live in the attic at 100 High Street? Did I do something wrong? No, we have no record of you doing anything illegal. Rest easy. Oh, thank God. I thought it was about... how can I help you? We need the key to the attic. If you'd be so kind as to lend it to us. Yeah, you're going to search the place? It's not a search. The attic's connected to a case we're working. It has nothing to do with you. But, you're going now? I mean, at this time of night? If I were you, I wouldn't. Are you worried we'll run into Keziah Mason? Who? The witch. Is that her name? We know about it. Thank goodness. I thought I was going crazy. What can you tell us about Keziah Mason? She's an old woman, very wrinkled and very sinister. I'm scared just thinking about her. And she shows up every night. Every single night. It's like she knows I'm in the room. And she comes through the wall. She goes right through it. At first I thought I was hallucinating. I thought I had overdone it with the reefer. Oh my God. I was doing kind of... Okay, that's hilarious. I was doing kind of a stoner voice. And the guy's a stoner. That's hilarious. I thought I'd overdone it with the reefer. Oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Go on. She yanks me out of bed and drags me along. Are you going to do something about it? I don't want to go through that nightmare again. Where does she take you? I have no idea. All I know is that the place doesn't belong in this world. The worst part is that you can hear babies crying. It's a place of madness. What's Keziah Mason want you for? I don't know. All I know is the next time she takes me to that place, I won't be coming back. Babies crying? Newborns have been disappearing around the neighborhood for a while now. I haven't seen them in that hellhole, but I hear them whenever that witch drags me there. I know she's the one behind all those kidnappings. You gotta do something. Why do you still live there? Wouldn't it be better to leave and go somewhere safer? Why do I still live there? Because I can't afford anything else. This job pays peanuts. Where could I go? I noticed that the witch doesn't show up during the day, so I asked for the night shift. I sleep during the daytime there. For the time being, I'm safe at those hours. The key, please. Oh, right. Oh, here you go. We'll leave the key with the landlady when we're done. Get rid of that damn witch. You're cops, aren't you? Finish her off. We'll be in touch. All right, back to Keziah Mason. Ding dong. Oh, you again. We've got the attic key. Mr. Davis lent it to us. Do we have your say-so to go up? Now that you have the key, yes, of course. Tell me, what's your interest in the attic? Police business, ma'am. Police business, huh? Do what you have to do. But try not to disturb the other tenants. Kind of looks like the hotel room. Hold on, Harvey. Can't see a damn thing. Where's the switch? Cool. So we can see all this stuff. In the corner here. It's freezing in here. I feel more than just cold, Jack. Me too. Let's take a look. All right, so let's see. Table. This jar contains marijuana. I think Davis has gotten himself into serious trouble. We should report it. What's wrong with you, Harvey? Didn't you see how broken that guy was? A witch drags him out of bed every night, and you still want to get him in more trouble. It's still drug possession. It's a felony. Lay off, Davis, will you? He's got enough on his plate. The landlady ought to send someone to fix this door. That's just what I was thinking. She also said there was a rat problem. If she hasn't fixed that, I doubt she'll send someone to fix the closet door. Let's see here. I wonder if Keziah Mason only appears when you're asleep. Davis said he slept during the day. He probably has it so he can get the hell out of here before nightfall. It looks a lot like the one in the photograph. It's pretty much the same. Jack. Yes. Mr. Davis said Keziah Mesa knew when she could find him in the room. As if she could detect him, yeah. I suppose the witch must be aware we're here. I think it won't be long before she shows up. In that case, we'll surprise her. Harvey, draw. Watch out. I have a feeling she's coming. How exciting. On 3, Harvey. What are you going to do? You going to shoot her? 1, 2. I'm bored. Did she not come through? What the heck? How many hours have we been here? Half an hour. Well, it feels like an eternity to me. By the way, I've been thinking, and can I ask you a question? Yeah, sure. I noticed your expression when Davis or the old lady downstairs mentioned the kidnapping of newborns. Tonight, I asked if you were married. And if you had children. In both cases, you dodged the question. I've been a detective for half my life, and I know when someone has a story to tell. So, what's your story, Harvey? I don't... Hey, you don't have to tell me anything. I was just thinking about it. You know me, I talk too much. Before I was a cop, I was just a psychiatrist. I met Teresa, a strong woman, grit and fire, but very cheerful. She was everything I wasn't. I don't know what she saw in me. I've always been a gray man. What does that mean? I blend into the crowd, and I'm not the kind of person you'd invite to a party. You know that too. We've only been partners for a few hours, but you've shown me that you're a good man. I appreciate it, Jack. Listen, you don't have to go through with this if you don't want to. You're a good partner, Jack. It's an honor to have you as one. I think you deserve to hear it. The time I spent with Teresa was the best of my life until we decided to have a child. During the pregnancy, Teresa changed. Her attitude began to take on a negative tone. She asked questions neither of us could answer. She questioned her life, her existence, her role in the world. That ended up distancing us, even though we lived under the same roof. I tried to help her, no longer as a husband, but she turned down every bit of it. However, she did listen to any guru or quack she came across. When our little Joey was born, she met some guys. A cult. She was very secretive about them. All I could find out was that they called themselves the Guardians of Deep Truth. Teresa talked about the great day, the time when she'd become part of the community in her own right. The great day consisted of a blood sacrifice, Jack. That of our little Joey. Jeez! Oh God, that's terrible. I never saw her again. Harvey, That day I swore with the bloody corpse of my son in my arms that I wouldn't stop until I found her and her damned cult. I tried to track them down, but they vanished from the face of the earth. I specialized in cults and joined the police force so I could have more resources for my investigations. Last year, a lead suggested the Guardians of Deep Truth had ended up in Arkham. That's why I requested a transfer here. I spent many years tracking them down, and I suppose there's still a long way to go before I can put those guys behind bars. I just want to have Teresa in front of me before she rots in a cell and ask her if everything she did was worth it. That's all, Jack. That's all. You know what, Harvey? When we're done with this case, I'll help you find those sons of bitches. You said they might be in Arkham, right? I think you could use a helping hand to... Uh-oh. Here she comes. That was a crazy story, by the way. What? Oh, what the hell? Who are you? Where's Stuart Davis? Keziah Mason, I presume? Silence! Get out of here! This is none of your business. Oh. Shit, she's getting away. Come on, Harvey. Oh, they're going through. Jack! We don't know if... Damn it! What the hell? Where the hell are we? No! My God! Where the hell are we? That's what I just said. Jack! Jack! I gather they're arcane symbols of black magic. I don't recognize any of them. Hell, I bet Benjamin Marsh wouldn't either. I see some colossal ruins. Looks like they've been deserted for eons. Oh, she got a baby. Keziah Mason. Let go of that child. Damn it. Oh, force field. It hurts. I just have my gun. Can I shoot it? Nothing. I wonder if these symbols are what keep the barrier active. Shoot the symbols. I don't want to waste bullets. Man, that's a good idea. One of them will be for me if I don't get out of this place. I don't recognize these symbols. I'm unable to read what it says there. Well, it's just locked. What about this one? Is it locked too? Also locked. Where else can we go? Wait. Jack. Harvey? Jack. Damn it. He's a ghost. But what? Oh no. Oh, I forget what those are. Oh, what are those guys called? They're not Shoggoths. I don't think. Look at this guy. This guy does not look like he's in good shape. It's a corpse. There's nothing I can do for him, but still. What kind of inhuman experiment is this? This story's getting crazy, man. What's that? Who's that? A human. Interesting. Yes, I'm talking to you. How is that possible? Who are you? I believe my name is Walter Gilman. We've heard that name before. Where have we heard that name before? I don't recall. but I'm not entirely sure. Is it that guy? Is it the guy that's dead? Where are we? What is this place? Place beyond time and space. A nightmare planet in a universe of madness. What were those creatures? Some are scientists, others are engineers. I'm looking for my partner. I just saw him, but he vanished before me. You and your partner share the same space, but not the same time. Is there anything I can do to bring him back to this time? I can't help you with that. It's beyond my understanding. I saw Keziah Mason. I tried to stop her, but a barrier prevented me. Keziah blocks with some access points in this place with her black magic. The scientists don't like that, but they've created a device to override her magical barriers. Where can I find that device? There are several of them in this facility. There's usually one near the places Keziah tries to block. I'm connected to part of this complex. I'll open some doors for you. You can access them now. I'll tell you something that may save your life. Don't interact with the scientists. Some are docile, others extremely dangerous. Thank you. What does this device look like? It's a small golden scepter. It's very different from the technology of the scientists. Keziah participated in its creation without knowing she was helping them. What is the relationship between these creatures and Keziah? They help each other. How exactly do they help each other? I can't give you that answer. I don't know. What do these beings do? All I know is that they need large amounts of their blood for their plans, and they are obsessed with its purity. I will try to get out of this place, even if it costs me my life. Unfortunately, you won't be able to. Is that you? I think so, but I'm not sure. I don't remember ever being trapped inside a body before. You won't be able to communicate with me if you press that switch. Okay, window. I have to find Jack and get out of this place. So now I can go through these doors? Oh, is that the scepter? Engineer. To the elevator. Access. This must be the scepter Gilman spoke of. Oh. Oh. What? Try the other door. Harvey! But that smell. Is all of this blood? Harvey, look at me. I'm here. Oh, Harvey can't see him. It's a sea of blood. That's not good. I don't know how deep it is, and I don't even want to imagine. Look at all these people. Holy cow. There are thousands of them. Are they corpses? Did they get all that blood out of them? My God. This place is worse than I imagined. It's like the Matrix, man. There are dozens of buttons glowing. I'll push one. The compartment is opened. I see a box. I'll take it. We're just taking... Oh, shit. It's the... I also see a strange device. I'll take that, too. Taking a page from Foster's book right there. Just taking shit. Picking shit up. What happened? Human language mode activated. Subject male. Ability to speak Migo language. Oh, they're the Migo. No, I thought the Migo had were like insects. Ability to speak Migo language 0%. Vocal cords unable to articulate. Ability to understand spoken Migo language 0%. Hearing organs incapable of picking up 100% of the frequencies. Ability to understand written Migo language 10%. Probability of increasing neuronal capacities 80%. Initiating neurological link. This game's crazy. Neural link successfully achieved. Subject is now able to understand written Migo language. What have I done? None of them are breathing. They're definitely dead. All right, what do I have here? This is a... It seems that thanks to this machine, I can read the alien language without any problems. Then this, which I am like, this is like the Hellraiser puzzle box. When I shake it, I hear several objects inside. I think one of these shiny buttons will open it. There are several objects in the box. I don't know what any of them are for, except... a syringe? I found this syringe in the box with other instruments I've never seen before in my life. But this is the only one I can take. Should I use the syringe on the alien? Oh shit. Oh God. What are these beings looking for by connecting the brain via wires to their inert bodies? When are you discharging me, Doctor? You told me it was just dermatitis, right? What am I doing here? I want to go home. I thought Dr. West's science went beyond the macabre, but this borders on delirium. I don't think I like this hospital. It's always dark. How long have I been here? I came in for simple bronchitis, damn it. So they went into the hospital and got abducted. Where are they getting all these bodies? The hospital. Are you talking about hepatitis, Doctor? I've heard they've made some progress in treating this disease, so I guess I shouldn't worry? It gives off hot air and makes a lot of noise. A generator? He mentioned Herbert West, so maybe that's a reanimator thing. Total population of planet Earth, 2 billion. Raw material required insufficient. Level of the first deposit 100%. Level of the second deposit 100%. Level of the third deposit 25%. Number of humans required for full storage of the third deposit 10,000. My God. OML 24 station operation 100%. Raw material toxicity level 0%. Raw material status suitable. Well, here goes nothing. I don't want to attract his attention. Well, what the hell are you going to do? Yeah, I have an idea. I'm going to draw a blood sample. Okay. This syringe contains the blood of one of the bodies connected to his brain in that weird room. Can I not do anything with this? So now can I use it on this guy? No. Did I ask this before? What does Keziah Mason do with the children she abducts? She sacrifices them. Damn witch! To what end? I don't know the answer. Control room. Raw material deposit. Oh, I can squirt it in there. Nothing happened. Nothing's happening, and I don't remember which button I pressed before. Power source? It looks like that's what's powering this section. It must have inconceivable power to make all this work. Can I shoot that? It would cause a chain reaction that would destroy the place, which would be fine if I weren't stuck here. Wait. I have an idea. This guy said he had dermatitis. This guy said bronchitis. This guy said he had hepatitis. So maybe he's the one I want to take the blood from and put in there. So we'll take a sample and then put that. Wait, where's the... Now let's try it. What is this thing? Is it anything? All right, let's try. Oh, wait, what? Pipe? Blood is flowing through this pipe like a torrent. It must be the blood of all those thousands of corpses. Haha. Nice. I better get out of here. Let's get this. Yes. According to Walter Gilman, this artifact can override barriers created by black magic. Whoa, come on. Use it on the symbols or the barrier? I should aim at the magic barrier. Fine. No. She's not aware of my presence. Get the baby.
Hey! You! Where do you think you're going with that child? Give him back or I'll rip your guts out like I intend to do with him.
Let's calm down a little, Grandma. Jack, thank God you're here. Apparently I was in a different time than you. I asked some beings with tentacles on their heads for help. They didn't seem to get it at first, until I pulled out my revolver. Communication problems solved.
Enough talk. Give me back that child.
One thing at a time, Keziah. You dragged us into this nightmare dimension when we only wanted to ask a few questions. The least you can do is let us do our job. And as a gesture of goodwill, I'll holster the gun, okay? That's not a good idea.
I'll rip your hearts out.
She's nasty. Yeah, we heard you the first time. What do you intend to do with this child?
That's none of your business.
Several newborns have gone missing in Arkham. Stuart Davis claimed that you were to blame for the abductions. What have you done with the other children?
Stuart Davis, huh? What have you done with him? He belongs to me. Just like all the other children.
What is this place? What is it used for? I'd like to know what's going on here.
Your little mind is not ready to understand.
We're Arkham police detectives and we're investigating a case. A portal opened in one of the rooms of the Pullman building. The poor sap in there was decapitated. What do you know about that?
I don't know what you're talking about. The only portal I usually open is the one that links this world to my old home.
So you had nothing to do with that portal?
It seems to be more the work of Mary or Abigail. I am not the witch you are looking for.
Are you sure?
I couldn't care less what happens in that stinking city.
We need to get out of here. Be nice and open a portal back to Arkham.
Give me the child. And give me that brat.
Not so fast. Open a portal back to Arkham and we'll give you the child. Jack, what the hell are you talking about? I don't want to spend the rest of my life here. We'll give him to you. Is that a deal, ma'am? Are you out of your mind? She wants to kill him. He was on that altar to be sacrificed. That's not our problem. But Listen to me, Harvey. When this lady opens the portal, you're going to give her the kid. Period. If you don't, I'll rip him from your arms. Is that clear? You'll have to go through me first. That's what I'll fucking do.
You seem to be the smarter of the two. So it's a deal. I hope I never see you again.
Hafdrin Shag Tharanak. Or something to that effect.
There you have it. The child, quick!
You know what, old witch? You were right.
Yes? About what?
About me being the smarter one. I knew he was gonna shoot her. Quick, Harvey. Let's get out of here before the portal closes. Everything okay over here? Fucking hell, Jack. I really thought you were going to hand the baby over to Keziah Mason. Mr. Whitman, language. Where are your manners? Don't play games. I thought you were serious. It was a bluff, Harvey. You should have known that. How could I give the kid to that witch, for God's sake? Do you think I'd... Come on, Harvey, what do you take me for? If you were bluffing, you should have done something else for me to catch on. Like, I don't know, a wink or something. Keziah would have seen it. All right, all right. We need a code word for these kinds of cases. I've got 3 words. Trust your partner. Anyway, how's the baby? Fine, thank God. We should get the child to safety before we continue with our case. Oh. We should get the child to safety before we continue with our case. How about social services? I think they should examine him at the hospital first. We'll leave a note at the precinct for them to look for his mother. By the way, in that madhouse I found something that might be useful if we keep facing black magic. I left it on the table. This? What the hell is it? It's a device that can nullify magical barriers. Interesting. Alright, let's drop the kid at the hospital and get on with our witch hunt. With Keziah Mason off the list, we're left with Abigail Ravel and Mary Warren. Good. Let's go after them. How does the game know, like how do you know to do it in the right order? Or does it matter at the end? I don't know. Alright, that's where we'll leave it for today. I do want to finish this game over the next day or two, hopefully. So yeah, this game is kind of crazy, just going on all over the place. I did not expect to end up in another world, at least not yet anyway. Well, we will continue this game next time. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Bye.